What's up guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. In today's video I will show you one of the most reliable strategies ever on my channel. I will show you a trading strategy where you only need 2 indicators and it will work on any market and in any time frame. For today's video I will show it to you in the Euro US dollar market and in the 5-minute time frame. Let's start right away with our setup. So as I already mentioned, we only need 2 indicators, so let's start loading them in. We are clicking in the indicators tab over there and we type in just EMA and we will load in our moving average exponential. But we need 3 of them, so we click it 3 times and then we type in our second indicator, which will be the stochastic RSI, this one. So we click on that and all our indicators are loaded in. So now we will configure our 3 EMAs. So we will need one EMA with the length of 20. Then we need a second EMA with the length of 50. And our third EMA will need to have the EMA of, or need to have the length of 100. What we can do now is to change the style a little bit. So to make it maybe a little bit more visible, I will do it for you just right now. And when we have this done, our first indicator setup is complete. For our stochastic RSI, we can leave everything like it is. So this will be our entire setup. Let's have a look now into our trading rules. So this strategy has a few more rules where you need to take care of, but once you have done it a few times, it is quite simple and pretty straightforward. The biggest advantage of this strategy is the high precision we have. It might take a little bit longer to have a few trades and we get less signals as in other strategies, but the signals are very accurate, as you will see at the end of the video when we have the backtesting result. Let's have a look now into our trading rules for a long trade. As you can see, I've already written our rules down as it is a little bit more than usual. So for a long trade, first we want to have all EMAs aligned properly, which means that in the long case we want the 20 EMA first, then the 50 EMA, and last but not least the 100 EMA. Also, we want to have our market is trading above the 50 EMA, or the market is above the EMA at all. Then we want a retest of the 50 EMA. And when we have the retest, we want to have a bullish candle thereafter and an RSI which comes above the lower band. I know it sounds now a little bit complicated, but let's have a look now into the practical part. As you can see here, in this case, all EMAs are aligned properly. So we have white, yellow, and then green. So the 20 EMA, the 50 EMA, and the 100 EMA. So you can see right over here, here's the trend starting. So the market is above the EMA. Now it comes back, is retesting our 50 EMA. When we have the retest of the 50 EMA, our RSI is below the lower band. Then our RSI is coming back. So we have a bullish candle over here. Our RSI is now trading above. So we can open our position over here. We put our stop loss right below the recent swing low, which is right over here. And we set a risk reward ratio of 1.5. So this is one example of a long trade. When we continue right now, I put it now over here are the rules. So when we continue now, you can see the price is a little bit moving up. Then it comes closer to the 50 EMA. And also here it is retesting the 50 EMA. Also the RSI is below the lower band. And when it changes above, we have a green candle as well. So we open our position here. We put the stop loss right over here. Have a risk reward ratio of 1.5 and we can secure our profit. So these are the rules of a long trade. One very important step is if the candle would trade below the 100 EMA, so when we continue right over here, for example, if the price is now moving below the 100 EMA, our signal is invalid immediately and we have to wait for another opportunity. Let's have a look now into our rules for short trade. So as always, the rules for short trade are pretty much the same, just in the opposite direction. And in the short trade, all EMAs has also been aligned properly. In this case, it means that the 100 EMA comes first, then the 50 EMA, and then the 20 EMA. Also, we want our market below the EMAs, and also we want a retest of the 50 EMA. In this case, for a short trade, we want our RSI above the upper band, and to trigger our short trade, we want a bearish candle and an RSI comes below the upper band. And as always, I have a good example for you over here. So here you can see we are below the EMAs. We have all EMAs aligned very nicely. Then we have a retest of the 50 EMA. You can now discuss if this one would fit for you, if you would interpret this as a retest of the 50 EMA. But if you wouldn't trigger this one, then you can definitely open the position over here as we have a retest of the 50 EMA. So our retest is over here. When we zoom in, we can see that the RSI was slightly above the upper band. So this condition is also met. And now we wait until we are closing below the upper band, which is either here or here. So let's open our position over here. We put our stop loss above the recent swing high, which is right over here. And we set our risk reward ratio also to 1.5. And this would be a nice winning trade. And as you can see, we are in a very nice trend. So just an hour or 1.5 hours later, we have another retest of the 50 EMA. We are also in our upper band and we are coming below. So you can see over here, you can open a position over here, set a stop loss above the recent swing high, and then we set our risk reward ratio to 1.5. And right over here, we hit our profit. So within about 15 or 20 minutes, we hit our target. I have a good example, what I have already said. So also in this case, we started our trend just in the morning of the day, and our first real entry signal was in the evening. What was the reason for this? We have all EMAs aligned properly over here. Our RSI is above, but our price is now coming above our 100 EMA, which automatically eliminates every other condition, and we have to wait for another opportunity. Then this one happens over here. Maybe this could be an entry, but then later you can see it right over here. We already are trading above the 50 EMA and our market was just a second above the 100 EMA, and this automatically eliminates our signal. So we are waiting, and then you can see we have no backtest of the 50 EMA, maybe over here, but the RSI was way too low. So we have to wait, Then our price is now trading above the EMA, so definitely no entry for a short signal. And we have to wait again. Then the trend is now continuing. And here is the first really retest of the 50 EMA where all conditions are met. So as you can see, with this strategy, you have not that many entry signals, but the entry signals are very, very accurate, which give us a high win rate. So let's have a look now into our backtest and let's see what the result will be. So let's go. Our backtest is now done and we have finished our 50 trades in total. As you can see, the result is pretty amazing. So we have 50 trades. From our 50 trades, we had 43 wins and only 7 losses, which gives us a win rate of 86%. And this is very, very accurate. You can see it already or also over here. Our maximum consecutive wins were 16 in a row right over here at the end. And our maximum consecutive losses were 2 in a row. So this strategy gives us less signals because it took us about 1.5 months to get these 50 trades. But our result is pretty good and we have a very, very stable income. And if you have a strategy like this, we have now risk about 2% each trade, which is already, yeah, a little bit more risky than it is maybe. But if you have a strategy like this, you can think about to even increase this one, as these signals are very accurate. And with a maximum consecutive loss of 2 in a row, our drawdown is very, very slim. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Write down in the comments what you are thinking about this strategy. If you have any strategy that you want me to test for you, write it down in the comments as well, and I will make a video about it. If you haven't done so far, then give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to not miss out any other video in the future. With that being said, I would say we will see us tomorrow in the next video and see you soon.